What up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin' Peters. With me, as always, I have Dr. Preston Rowe. And today, the Trash Talk Tailgate is going to talk about the Commanders courting luck, because we need it. Also, we're going to talk about Deion and why everyone's leaving out of Colorado. And then, we're going to catch us up on the XFL as they about to go into the championship game. Thank you for tuning in to the Trash Talk Tailgate.
And he scores on the last play of the game. Touchdown! Alabama wins. They talk about that play. Becomes a nation forever.
Are you ready?
Riley Peters. You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
Preston Rowe.
One of the best young coaches in college football.
It's the Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2-eye banana seal. You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
Dr. Preston, man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. It's good to be back. It's been a while.
It's been a while. So, he's back.
Shut the hell up.
Fucking Washington, man. They're we need whatever we can get. And I mean, this isn't a statement of lack of faith on Sam Howell, but Andrew Luck is probably better than Sam Howell right now.
No, he's not.
Oh yeah?
No, he's not.
Guess up Sam Howell for me. I need a little confidence. What the fuck? But all right, well, with that being said, let's talk about the real thing. The Commanders, there's rumors in the mill. Rumors, experts. Talking about the Commanders going out and potentially talking to Andrew Luck, trying to get him to come out of retirement, which was hilariously shut down by Jim Irsay. Because, the Colts, man, they could use a little luck in their QB room too.
It's true.
But yeah,
AR4, dude. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, man, AR4, ARB4, and ARB after. But yeah, now he essentially shuts it down. He's like, he has 3 years left on a contract if he wants to come back. We're gonna have to talk about that first. But man, Andrew Luck, he might come back.
The fact that I have to talk about this today just really pisses me off. I don't know if you've seen a picture. I was curious about this because I saw this like probably a day or two ago, and I was just curious. And I had heard, rumors of like, oh, he's not even in playing shape. And I was like, oh, well, what do they mean by that? And so I looked up like recent pictures of Andrew Luck, and the dude, Riley, he looks like a fucking crackhead. Like, let's be real. He looks like a crackhead right now. And I know, if you know me, you know I have very little faith in Andrew Luck. And he's the most overrated player, not just quarterback, player in NFL history, in my humble opinion. And just the fact that the Commanders are that desperate that they're trying to get a fucking crackhead to play quarterback for them, that's just... oh, very sad.
Hey, man, we'll do anything for a little bit of luck. We just need a little luck.
Dude, show the picture. Show the picture, Riley.
Oh, it's been there, bro. I put it up for you. Don't worry. I gave you about half this Andrew Luck rant has been with this picture up, dude.
Okay,
He
good.
does look like he switched to veganism. I mean, that dude looks like he's been eating fucking beans and homemade wheat bread for fucking breakfast, dude. Little avocado.
I mean, Riley, who told him to have that mustache? Who told him that was a good idea?
I think a dude that also doubles as a 70s porn director.
It's just, he doesn't look good, and like he's in no way in football playing shape right now. There's no way.
Yeah, dude, he looks like he's one sack away from a fucking shaft break. Oh man.
Oh.
Well,
But yeah, that's fun, dude. I mean, I guess it could be worse. I mean, you could you could all of a sudden hear news that Dan Snyder's going to pull a Wolf of Wall Street and be like, I'm not fucking leaving.
Dear universe, please. Can we put him in fucking jail?
It's not going to happen.
Let's just get him out of here.
It's not going to happen. You know that.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, fucking Dan Snyder always going Dan Snyder. That's a fact. So
True.
I just hope you can fucking. I hope this deal gets done. The team gets passed into new hands, and we can go into a new era. Fucking Snyderless, dude. Get your pretzels out of here.
You don't like Snyder pretzels?
They disgust me. No, Snyder pretzels are good.
A lot of people, I don't know if you saw this, but a lot of people are saying that Jim Irsay was so adamantly against this, like that these rumors of the Commanders reaching out to Andrew Luck, because he's trying to basically humiliate Dan Snyder and give him one last fuck you before he walks out of the league.
I mean, go fucking Jim Irsay, dude.
I mean, I'm not going to go that far, but, you know.
Hey, man.
He's the lesser of two evils for sure.
Yeah, dude. Oh, shit. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, fucking Dan Snyder, no good. Get him the fuck out, man. Just get this deal done. I hope he doesn't find a way to walk out of this, because, god damn it. He doesn't need to be.
There are rumors that he's going to come back, that he's going to try to get out of it.
I bet you he is at the same time. He's like, I don't want to make money. I'm going to be a fucking troll. This is
he
my
would do
bridge.
it just to troll.
Oh,
he
yeah.
would do it just to troll.
1,000% he would do it just to troll.
Yeah.
But they'd probably go to court at this point. So that's good.
Yeah, but I mean, so back on Andrew Luck. Sorry to cut you off, but
you're good.
I like Sam Howell. I think you guys have a lot of really solid pieces, at least in terms of skill positions. And I like Sam Howell. I mean, when he had really good skill positions at North Carolina, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
That's a good point.
So I like Sam Howell. I think he deserves a real legitimate shot. Because let's be real, you guys aren't bad enough to try to tank for Caleb Williams or Drake May or, someone like that in next year's draft class. I think with the right talent around him, which I think the Commanders have done a decent job of doing that for him, I think he can be a solid starter in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I really like Sam Howell.
I do. I like Sam Howell, too. I couldn't help but try to make storylines. You know how it be. All right, man. So I guess the next thing on the docket is the Deion. That's right, folks. People are leaving Colorado like crazy, and it's not because they got too Rocky Mountain High. So the stat is 47 players have put themselves into the transfer portal since April 15th of this year. That is gotta be a fucking record.
That's staggering.
I mean, it's gotta be some kind of record. Like fucking, that's crazy. 47 kids. I mean, and the conversation that we had when we first saw this news, I think it's very much, yes, 47 kids are leaving, but
Yes.
like 50 kids are coming in. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be a whole bunch of coming in. I can't imagine Deion Sanders isn't matching 1-for-1 every kid that's leaving.
I mean, so I've got a list right here. These are some notable kids that are leaving Colorado and that have entered the portal. Offensive lineman Jake Wiley had 626 snaps at right tackle. Offensive lineman Casey Roddick, he had 1 sack allowed in 392 pass blocking plays. Like these seem like really good, solid players for a 1-11 football team. Let's remember that they were 1-11 last year, so they can't afford to have like this mass exodus of players. Even if they're not all starters, you still need as a fucking football coach, like a college football coach, you need solid depth at every position, especially in the trenches. They had a Jackson State transfer who went with Deion initially. Now he's transferring out. In Tavion Beasley, he had 2 interceptions at Jackson State last year. So those. They also had a linebacker, Aubrey Smith, a 4-star recruit in the 2022 class. He had 8 total tackles, 1 sack in 2022. He's transferring out. But these are some of the names that have transferred in. Obviously, 5-star elite and former number 1 overall player in the country, Travis Hunter.
Travis is that dog. that fucking that Deion press conference was hilarious.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders, obviously Deion's son. He's going to play quarterback for them.
Absolute savage.
Yeah.
Kid's a monster.
Yeah. They also had Auburn receiver Tavarish Dawson Jr. He flipped from Auburn to Colorado. Let's see, other guys, just Power 5 guys that have transferred in. Safety Miles Slusher, 93 tackles, 2 interceptions in 3 years with Arkansas. Jimmy Horn Jr., almost 1,000 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns in 2 seasons with South Florida. Linebacker Demoy Kennedy, a former top 100 recruit at Alabama. Offensive lineman Savion Washington, 2 sacks allowed in 364 pass blocking plays at right tackle for Kent State. Linebacker Jeremiah Brown, 30 tackles, 5 sacks with Jackson State in 2022. And another notable player is safety Brendan Gant, who had 111 tackles in 4 seasons with Florida State.
Yeah, so, he's a big one, man.
He's getting guys in. He's
also. Did you hear the one? There's the 1-for-1 for that right tackle.
What?
There's so one of the kids that you brought up leaving was that right tackle that had like however many starts it was.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they're 1-for-1ing that right tackle.
They are.
I just geeked at that. I was like, oh, there he is. There's that right tackle. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. I no matter how Deion can try to spin it however he wants, and he's going to, obviously, but it's not a good look to me because you went 1-11 last year, and I get it. You're trying to get, the bad apples and, I don't want to call kids cancers, but you're trying to get those type of kids out of the locker room because you're trying to create a new winning culture and a winning locker room. But 47 in basically 2.5 weeks, that's not a good look. Like that's not a good look. And even if some of those guys aren't going to start this year, you need quality scholarship level depth. You know what I mean? Like, because this is a Power 5 program. You're in the Pac-12. You're competing against Oregon, who recruits at an incredibly high level. USC with Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams. Utah is always tough with Kyle Whittingham as their head coach.
Too bad you short.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
I said, too bad you short.
Oh, yeah.
Utah, you short.
Oh, my God. Even a team like UCLA with Chip Kelly, and this isn't Jackson State. You can't just out-talent people. You have to have talent. You have to have quality coaching, and you also have to have quality depth at positions. So, I I think, yeah, their top end talent might be a little bit better. You also have to remember a lot of these kids weren't starters at the schools that they were at. Some of them were, but a lot of them weren't. They were, second and third string guys trying to come in to try to, compete for a starting job with Deion. And I don't know if that's a recipe for success. I honestly don't know how it's gonna go. I really don't.
I think, I was about to say, I think we're gonna see. I mean, Deion's cooking one interesting fucking gumbo up there in Colorado, dude. I mean, he's got Rocky Mountain oysters, definitely some fucking buffalo bacon. I mean, that is one interesting fucking pot of something he's cooking, and I am very interested to see how they play. Because the thing is, like, if he truly is one for oneing all these kids, which we don't know the whole list, I guess, but like it seems like for the most part he kinda is. Even if if what's leaving is second and third stringers, some first stringers, some like elite starters, but for the most part, like backup people that were fighting for that starting job, if that's what's leaving and that's what he's bringing in, I mean, talent-wise, I feel like it just net neutrals. But, like, is that what's going to happen?
I don't know.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are the fucking, this is the conundrum that we get to see play out this season. So, no matter what, I'm excited to see how this fucking program is. Because even if they fucking fail, we at least we get to go, and this is how you don't blow up a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Give me 1 second.
I'll give you 2. Maybe even 3 if you ask for it, right?
So, ever since the transfer portal has kind of, become a mainstay in college football, the one notable team that really had a lot of success with the portal was Michigan State in 2021. They notably had Kenneth Walker Jr. He was a Heisman finalist for them. They went 11-2 with Mel Tucker as their head coach. But they were so reliant on the portal that it wasn't sustainable, and they didn't have like core guys from high school who were ingrained in the culture. So yeah, they went 11-2 that first year, but then the next year they went 5-7 and they were 3-6 in the Big Ten. So I think, obviously, Deion's going to do things his way. He's going to try to shake things up. But I don't know if just being so reliant on the portal and, just kicking kids to the curb like that, I don't know if that's viable for sustained cultural success.
I see that point, but I'm going to argue that I think Deion may actually be the antidote to that.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because most people, a lot of coaches, when you come in, like, it's the school, it's the coach, it's the program. Like, if you go to a school like Michigan, right, you're not just whoever the fuck you are. You're now the head coach at fucking Michigan, and that carries expectations, right? So far, what Deion has done is gone to schools that the program doesn't carry an expectation. He's Deion. So the culture kids are buying into, they're not buying into the Jackson State culture. They're not buying into the Colorado culture. They're buying into Deion.
True.
And that's kind of why I think he might be the antidote to that, because his core players aren't because they played at the school for so long. It's because they've been around him for so long.
That's fair.
Like, that's what he does. Like, I think he's a cult of personality. Like, he himself is his culture. That's how he's been. That's how he was in college. That's how he was as an NFL player. That's now how he is as a coach. Like, you buy into Deion. You don't buy into the team. You buy into him.
Yes.
So and that's the only reason I'm like, he's the one. He's like one of the only people that, like, this whole thing. You're like, I don't know, man. If anyone could do it, it'd fucking be him.
That's a fair point. I get what you're saying. But I don't know. I really, it'll be interesting to watch.
100%.
I know we're all gonna be paying really close attention. They open their schedule against TCU, who just played for the national championship. So it'll be really interesting to see how
they're
that
gonna
goes.
fucking blow them out, dude.
Who is?
Fucking Colorado. I'm put that down right now.
Oh my god.
That TCU team's a little weird now. I'm telling you, that TCU team is not gonna be the same.
I mean, they're not. They lost their quarterback and their number one receiver, but still, Sonny Dykes is a hell of a coach.
Yeah, but
he proved that last year.
He did prove that last year, but I mean, they competed for a national championship with a phenomenal talent at quarterback.
Okay, that's fair.
Who did? I mean, listen, I never want to take anything from the coach, but like when you have a kid like that, sometimes like some of the coaching calls, they just get carried by this phenomenal talent. And when you lose that at a school like TCU, I get worried. I just don't know how I don't know if they have someone behind him that can match that. And you know how you know what that do to teams. You fucking know what that does to teams, even with great coaches.
That's true.
So that's why I swear to God, I bet you that one. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I bet you fucking Colorado wins that. And they come out on the public stage.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to see what happens throughout the rest of the offseason going into.
I'm not saying that Colorado is gonna have they may only win that game, goddammit. But I'm telling you, they're gonna be TCU at the beginning of the season. Let's see it.
Okay.
No,
we'll see.
I'm putting it out there.
We will
That's
see.
my fucking vibe. I hope someone pulls this. I hope they fucking lose and someone just pulls this for me. But
can I just make one other point, because we're talking about the transfer portal?
Yeah.
This is a PSA to every college football, not just football, but any collegiate student athlete who's thinking about entering their name into the transfer portal. Take it from me, as a college football coach who's been doing this for, quite a while. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes you just have to stick it out, because a lot of times, in most instances, you don't find another home. And you're just kind of left out on the street. Because you have to remember, you're just thinking of yourself. But dude, do you know how many entries into the portal there are daily? Thousands, tens of thousands. And every single team that you're trying to get for, they only have a limited number of scholarships. And most of them are already filled up. So I'm just saying, think long and hard before you enter your name into the transfer portal. Because most kids don't find another home. And it's really sad, to be honest.
Damn, that is the thing no one fucking talks about.
No.
That is sad, man.
And it's sad because, these coaches, they'll sit down with the player and be like, look, if you leave, we can't guarantee you your spot back. We can't do it. Because, we've got to fill that spot as soon as possible. And we're going to be looking in the portal as well to try to replace you. So if you don't find a home, that's on you,
Yeah. That shit crazy.
You weren't expecting that, were you, Riley?
Man, nah, that's fucking... Dude, that's a great insight, though. Yeah, honestly, it's shit that no one thinks about. That's why we have the D1 coach here. Shouts to Dr. Preston. All right, man. So we're going to pivot here, and we're going to go and do something that we have neglected, and I'm so sorry, folks. But...
so sad.
We're going to, once again, retake the mantle as the official podcast of the XFL. And we're going to talk about the XFL championship game that's coming up this weekend, man. We have the DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. DC is 9-1. The Arlington Renegades are 4-6.
But dude, they snuck into the playoffs and they've kind of gotten hot. So good on them.
They did the job they needed to do to win. I guess you're right, but that shit's crazy. I don't know. 4-6. That's fucking hilarious. DC 9-1. Let's give them some fucking gas, buddy. DC's got that fucking ice. They've got the dog in them, man. They are 6-1 in 1-score games. 6-1.
That's impressive.
Yeah, like they're 9-1 overall, 6-1 in 1-score games. They've got a great defense that makes plays when they need to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
This is just D1 plus, so there's still mistakes. It's not perfect, but damn, the team is good. They're good. The fans, DC fans are great. Beer snakes all around.
They finally have a good football team to celebrate.
Yes, sir. I'm almost fully switching my fandom. We'll see how this championship game goes. Bring us a football championship to DC. It's been since the 90s.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, so sad. Yeah, man. Arlington Renegades, I don't really have much to say about them. They're 4-6. Also, Arlington's near Dallas, so boo Cowboys.
Okay.
So the big thing I want to talk about, also in DC, Offensive Player of the Year, quarterback Jordan Ta'amu, formerly of Texas A&M. That's
nice.
a big one for us. Also, Reggie Barlow, DC's head coach, is Coach of the Year. So that's another big one. That's awesome. It's crazy. Jordan Ta'amu beat out Yerrick King from the U. Or like they played dual quarterback and he still got that shit. But
I remember when he was at Miami and everyone said he was a Heisman dark horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jordan Ta'amu beat him out. I mean, they still used Yerrick King, but
no, they did. He scored lots of touchdowns, man. It's crazy. There's a lot of. But I'm kind of look at the XFL all XFL team. Got Jordan Ta'amu for the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
They just did an all. There's only fucking 8 teams. There's just only one all team, so everyone knows. Running back Abram Smith from DC out of Baylor. It's a big one. Wide receivers, we got Deontay Burnett from Houston, Hakeem Butler from St. Louis, Lucky Jackson from DC, and Ja'Cour Pearson from Seattle. Tight end Cody Latimer from Orlando. Offensive line for one of the guard positions, we got Liam Fornadell from DC Defenders. Another guard, Steven Gonzalez from St. Louis Battlehawks. OT Jard Jones Smith. Jared? Is that Jared? That might be Jared. Jared Jones Smith. What the fuck?
Okay.
From St. Louis Battlehawks. That's a fucking name right there. Check that one out, folks. Offensive tackle Colin Kelly from the Seattle Sea Dragons. I almost said Seahawks. Seattle Sea Dragons. Center Alex Millette from the Houston Roughnecks. Center Mike Panasuck. Pana I suck. From the St. Louis Battlehawks. On the defensive team, we got Drew Beasley from San Antonio Brahmas. Davin Bellamy from DC Defenders. Whoop. Austin Finoli from the Seattle Sea Dragons. Jack Heffen from Houston Roughnecks. Devontae Lambert from the Renegades. Avion Patton from the Guardians. Delonte Scott from the Brahmins. Linebacker Trent Harris from the Houston Roughnecks. Peta Tamapinu from the Vegas Vipers. That dude was also Peta was Defensive Player of the Year this year. Vegas Vipers. Jordan Williams from the San Antonio Brahmas. The DB position, Deontay Anderson from the Vipers. Luck Barco from the Brahmins. Gene Harris from the Houston Roughnecks. Lavert Hill from the St. Louis Battlehawks. And then Michael Joseph from the DC Defenders. Kicker, John Park Romo from the San Antonio Brahmins. Punter Daniel Whelan from the DC Defenders. Shouts to the punter. Return specialist Darius Shepard, St. Louis. I already told you all this stuff right here. Darius Shepard, all special teams player of the year. Yeah. Man. It was a good season.
Yeah.
All those guys. 24 guys got call up to go to the XFL, like from the XFL to go to NFL camps.
Which is huge.
Yeah, it's big. That's real fucking big. I mean, yeah. Ben DiNucci's one of the top ones. He was a starting quarterback for the Seattle Sea Dragons, who were second place in their division. He got called up to go try out for the Denver Broncos at their camp. Kicker of the year, John Park Romo. He's trying out with the Lions. Alex Matheson, one of the guys, he's a long snapper. The Ravens are bringing him up. Let's see.
I know the Lions also had one of the offensive linemen as well.
Yeah, they also had Darius Shepard, the guy that won Return Player of the Year.
Okay.
Bringing him up.
I mean, dude, like that's huge. That shows that the XFL, it was entertaining for the fans and it was football when there wasn't any football, but the main objective was to try to get guys who, didn't have, weren't drafted or, were undrafted free agents or whatever.
Talented but needed a chance.
Who?
Talented but needed a chance.
Yeah, and it gave them that chance. It gave them film, for NFL teams to watch and to break down. And, the fact that I honestly didn't think it was going to be that many, but 24 getting camp invites, that's huge. Because, some of them, not all of them, but some of them will probably make an NFL roster. So,
yeah, there's definitely a good argument for a good bit of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It shows that the XFL has a bright future because say you're, a college star, but you don't get drafted, the NFL doesn't work out initially. You can go play in the XFL,
make money,
as opposed to moving up to Canada or going to Europe and know that you still have a fair chance to eventually get an NFL invite. You know what I mean?
No, that's exactly we needed a minor league feeding system. We needed a farm team system. The NFL has desperately needed that because
college has always been that, but
it has been. But sometimes I think every other sport has shown us that you need a little bit more. Unfortunately, our college system is limited. You can really only realistically get away with 6 years. I think is the most someone strung their fucking college career along while still being relevant.
I've seen kids with 8 because of COVID and medical red shirts and everything. Yeah, but I see what you're saying.
That system's limited. But if you're a guy that played a healthy 4 years, you're good, you're talented, but now you're essentially done with college. You can't play anymore. But the NFL, you're just not quite good enough. I mean, like you said, what are you doing from there? You're going to Canada, you're going to Europe, you're going to Mexico.
Yep.
But now you can stay here, right in the good old USA. And you can play your little fucking football heart out for the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And you can be a goddamn man.
And you still have a chance at the end of the year to, live that NFL dream in some cases.
Yeah. You definitely have a chance, man. There's some guys on here. I mean, Ben DiNucci, almost made a name for himself with the Cowboys there for a moment when Dak Prescott got hurt. Obviously, he was a backup then. They didn't carry his contract for whatever reason. That's probably bad ideas, but it's the Cowboys. So, he ends up on this. Maybe, honestly, there's a lot of guys. A.J. McCarron, who was a quarterback for the St. Louis Battlehawks. Everybody knows his story. AJ McCarron played for fucking every team in the NFL, dude. I swear to God, he played for all 32. he
was a backup for the Bengals at one point.
And, he played for like 16 teams. AJ McCarron, legitimately, I'm pretty sure he played for like 16 teams.
I just remember him getting run with the Bengals. Like, he played.
Yeah, he did. He played for a few people. Like a couple games. Did decently well as a starter, but like, man isn't a franchise quarterback. He just isn't, But now with the XFL, I mean, he's been in the league. He's made his goddamn money. He did the greatest job on earth, backup quarterback in the NFL. And so now he wanted to play. That competitor in him, that dog in him was barking. So he went, took a pay cut, went to the XFL, and sauced up. Had a great fucking year, dude. St. Louis Battlehawks were dangerous as shit. One of like the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So it's just, it is a very valuable thing. It's a market that was unmet, and I'm glad that someone is doing it, and I'm glad that someone is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I first heard about this, I was like, oh, it's not gonna, work, because they tried it the year that COVID hit in 2020 and didn't it just kind of faded out. It didn't really go anywhere.
It didn't just fade out. It got strangled by COVID.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it just, like, no one wanted to watch it, dude. I fucking watched both iterations and the AFL or the AAF or whatever the fuck it was and the USAFL, whatever the fuck, dude. I watched them all. Like, they just all got killed by COVID. There's nothing that anyone could do about it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but people have tried this before. Let's do a feeder system. Let's do a startup league, and at that point you're just kind of like, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. That was kind of my mindset. Especially with all the rule changes, and I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie, but I do think that with 24 guys getting camp invites, I do think that you can call this a success. People obviously watched it. We watched it. I know we thoroughly enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the championship game when it happens. But I do think that you have to call this a success. And I was skeptical about it. I really was. But,
yeah, man.
Kudos to The Rock and to everyone who, also made this happen.
So technically, it's not just it's The Rock's. So the company that owns is $7 Production, which is The Rock's essentially his movie studio. So the co-chairwoman is a woman named Dani Garcia, and she is the first female football commissioner of any league. She's also the first woman to, her signature is on all the footballs for the league, just like how Roger Goodell's is, and whoever the fuck the president of the NCAA is at whatever time. But so it's just she's the first one. It's a lot of cool shit that came with this. First time Disney bought a football league.
Oh yeah,
Mickey Mouse football, baby. That's what we're playing.
Oh.
Throw the ball to him. He's fast. Get your guys in space. A running zone runs here. Fucking Mickey Mouse football, baby. We gotta power down on the football, okay? Attack at the mesh point.
If you don't like that, you don't like the XFL, baby.
Yeah, dude. You better be all right with Mickey Mouse football.
So Riley, just when you were going down the XFL, all-star selections, all XFL team or whatever, there was one notable name that I think NFL fans will kind of be shocked was not on there.
I think they'll be shocked that he was in the league. They'll be shocked he was in the XFL, and then they'll be shocked that he didn't make the all XFL team.
It's true. It's very true. I know I was shocked. I was like, there's no way he didn't make it. There's no way. And we kind of, and off air, this is probably fucked up, but I was like, dude, like,
It's
did he
Josh
get
Gordon.
suspended? Like, I was in my head, I was like, that's the only way I can think that he wouldn't have made this team. But, we're talking about Josh Gordon, the Sea Dragons receiver, and I don't know, man. Just talking about Josh Gordon again. We kind of had this discussion before we started the show, but it's just sad, man. Like that whole story is just really sad because I get it. You have an addiction or whatever, but dude,
I don't think he had an
no
addiction.
amount of money, like no amount of weed is worth throwing away millions and millions and millions of dollars, which is essentially what Josh Gordon did.
Yeah.
Dude, just play in the league, for 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, get your money, retire, and then go smoke all the weed you want.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been given chance after chance after chance after chance because he's so talented, because he was such a great receiver. And that 1 year in Cleveland showed that. He was a freaking all-pro. He had, I think it was 1,800 yards receiving for a horrible Cleveland team. And he showed so much flash and so much potential.
Also, who called Tom Brady's 500th touchdown pass?
Yeah, dude, I saw that today. I did not know that.
That's what brought this whole thing up the first time, everyone.
Yeah.
But
he got Tom Brady's 500th career touchdown pass, which is insane. That's going to be a trivia question in 10 years.
For sure.
Man,
it's and I think another reason he got lots of chances is all the shit. Every time he got in trouble, got caught, whatever you want to say, it was always just dumb. He's just he did a lot of dumb shit, man. My man's did lots of dumb shit. And so people just kept throwing him chances because they're like, come on, dude, don't be dumb this time. And he'd be like, I'm not going to be dumb. And then he'd be dumb and everybody'd be like, God damn it, dude. But, yeah, man, it's crazy. Also, he's on the Seattle Sea Dragons. Fun fact, all 3 of the active quarterbacks on the Seattle Sea Dragons roster this season got called up to a camp. All 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking just hilarious.
That's insane.
No other team, I don't think any other quarterbacks in the league got called up except for all 3 of the Seattle Sea Dragons. I do believe
Jordan Tailgate not get called up?
Well, I was literally about to say, you're beating me to it. He can't be called up until after the championship game, which is this weekend. So,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think he'll probably get called up too. But I just think that's wild. But anyways, Ben DiNucci was their starting quarterback, who is in the running to be Offensive Player of the Year, one of the better quarterbacks in there besides A.J. McCarron and Jordan Ta'amu. And he still didn't make the fucking all XFL team. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He had the best quarterback in this league. One of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league, and he was still not. I mean, it feels bad. He's such a talent, man. Such talent. I hope he sticks around, though. I hope he keeps playing. He hooks up with A.J. McCarron. The NFL boys run a fucking train on the XFL. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, man. Just really, really happy that the XFL was a success because, as I said, I was skeptical. I think a lot of people were probably skeptical. But I think it's definitely a success. And I think it's good for the future of the XFL because, like I said, if you're a borderline NFL guy, you don't have any more college eligibility or whatever, you don't have to go to Canada or Europe. You can go to the XFL and have just as good a shot to get a camp invite, after doing a season or 2 in the XFL.
Also, this is just one last thing to end it off with. This honestly has barely anything to do with football besides a little bit. But just another crazy thing that's been happening. The WWE has been they've been bringing in camps, 75 plus large groups of Division I athletes to train them to be wrestlers.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, not weird. It's like, I mean, it makes sense. Like, go get the best athletes in the world to do this job. But, like, that's just another thing that's been happening recently that's kind of crazy. But, yeah, man. This is a good one, dude. Always enjoy these conversations, brother. All those people out there, thank you for tuning in. It's been a great time. I hope you've enjoyed us. Please like,
comment, subscribe.
Subscribe. And please come back. We're churning them out, man. The off season's still going, the TTT's still going, and well, we're out of here. Peace.
See y'all.